Welcome to Year of Inktober, Month of Game Design. Throughout the course of 2024, I will be using these 31 prompts as inspiration for my game development projects. This week's prompt is map. Let's get started.
Here I am on Pirate Software. I can draw on paint in white on black. The theme this week is map. I got all this multiplayer architecture built out already, so I can reuse this and it shouldn't be that hard. And I'll make asymmetrical co-op games. There's two players, there's player one, there's player two. Player one's screen, you're in a maze, and player two, they have the map. They see the player, this is the map. And there's like locked doors, turret gun. It is a very Lethal Company core currently. There's no voice communication, so you can also just flicker the lights for communication. And I think that's very funny. That's the idea. So for this, I'm gonna have to do a couple things. I'll make a randomly generated maze. Turrets, doors, lights. 5 is that. 6 is that. Free space. This is the big one. So if I can get this done today, then everything will be really good. If I can get that done today, this is a calendar, 7, 5. If I can get that done today, then this will be, I gotta get this done here, and then it'll be good. Maze and the map with the gun, that's the gun. Doors, there's 2 doors. Lights, I made a lot of lights. There's that light and that light. I think there might have been one here, but that might be an arrow, I'm not sure. 5 is the arrow, you see the arrow points here. 5 is that, this interface, which controls all of these. So I need the turrets, the doors, the lights, an interface to control all of the turrets, doors, and lights. And then I gotta make the player to walk around in it, but again, that's really easy. That's free space, so we just need to focus on maze, and if I get that done today, it'll be good. And I have multiplayer. Let's go! Alright, I don't know what that was. Set up a new scene here. Game. 3D world. Now, how do I make a procedurally generated maze? How do I do that? So, okay, so I'm thinking maybe we get I'm about to break out the paint again, hang on. So I'm thinking a recursive function that has this room, and it chooses which of these walls to get rid of. They make a new tile on that side, which also has 4 walls. They can get rid of. First time, no walls, 0 walls, 4 doors. New room has 0 walls, 1 to 4 doors. So we create the idea that meets all walls, created meets 1 to 4 walls, cancel meets 4 walls. It's like all that goes. I gotta do some research in maze generation algorithms, hang on.
Okay, so I found this animation online that lays out the algorithm really well. Basically what you do is you set up this data structure which says which walls are between which rooms, and then you visit all the rooms and don't backtrack until you reach a dead end, and anytime you move between rooms, you delete the wall that's between them. And then at the end of that, you should have a complete maze.
We got our ground. There's one wall, and I just need a bunch more of those. So that's all the rooms where the walls will go. Got the vertical ones, now I just need the horizontals. Okay, moving right along. Clean it up a little bit, get it grid aligned. This is not a maze.
It's still not quite a maze. Now this is almost a maze.
Something's not quite right here.
I appear to have made it worse. Alright, let's give this a shot. That is a maze. Okay, I made it bigger. I think I might have made it a little too big. Ooh, but now I can walk around inside it. Remember I said this was easy. I called this the free space. Okay, I added an exit and an overhead map camera, and now I should be able to try solving a maze.
And then here we go. I've made it out. I've made it out of the maze.
Okay, now I added this indicator above the player so it's easier to see where they are and you can see what direction they're facing. Made this little turret guy who when he sees me should lock on to me. And you can't really see his nose. I'm assuming he's facing toward me and not away from me. But I really have no way to tell. I have made his nose green and I can confirm that he faces toward me. Okay, I'm trying to give this guy a little more AI, but not quite working right. Now I think he's just playing dead. Now he's just refusing to even look at me. Now he's looking at me a little too intently. Okay, the lock-on is working properly again, and hopefully I've removed his object permanence. Yeah, okay, so I went behind the wall, he forgets about me, perfect. And if I'm fast enough, I should also be able to break his line of sight by jumping over him. Oh, what did I do to my boy? Okay, I gotta figure out some way to stop him from breaking his neck when I go over him. So now he should reset his rotation when he stops looking. That's not right. That's resetting more than just the rotation. Okay, now his movements are a little more smooth. He's got a nice lock on, and then he goes back to a patrol pattern when he's not looking at you, and he's got this nice little swivel back and forth instead of a full 360-degree spin. Alright, so now I made this little mini-map indicator so that you can see where the sentries are in the overhead camera. Alright, sentry ahead of me, and in the overhead camera there's a nice little indicator showing where he is. Now I also added a little field of view indicator that shows where he's looking, so you can see when he's tracking me. I think it might be spawning too many of them. Okay, I got the random spawning fixed now, so now we're spawning a reasonable number of sentries. A little more work on that indicator, and I think I'm pretty happy with the state of the sentries, so let's move on to doors. So I think the easiest way to make the door both stand out and I don't have to figure out which way to rotate it is to just make it go at a 45-degree angle across the rooms. So that's what I'm going to do. That's not how the door's supposed to open. Okay, that's what the door's supposed to look like. It's a little slow still. And now I made a little indicator for the doors as well, so you can see where they're blocking. Now when you encounter one in the maze, you just gotta wait for it to open, and then you can just jump on past it. Sometimes these doors do spawn in kind of useless locations though, like, why is this door here? What is this blocking? And I mean, this is basically a basic prototype of the game I was trying to make. Like, there's more to be done, but I'm happy with this for 1 week of work. I can, look at the map, navigate past the sentries, open the doors, and I should be able to escape from the maze like this.